like J.Brock, cause I can score with a second on the clock.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing today? Damn, all right, that's tough. Well, whatever. Coming to the stage, you know what I'm saying, is the only person we know who can reenact Nipsey Hussle, Barack Obama, and YG's voices. Formerly known as Breezy Deuce and/or Twin, he is a comedian, actor, producer, writer, director, all-around entertainer, and oh yeah, y'all, he's a chef. Many of you may have watched him on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, or most recently saw him on the remake of House Party. Many of you have witnessed his greatness with his YouTube series, Growing Up in LA, where the goal is to bridge the gap between Black and Latino communities, allowing them to speak their truths. The man we have coming to the stage is God-fearing and the hustler of all hustlers. He's been challenged time after time and has always came out on top. If you are ready for some real inspiration, look no further. We are reporting live with the one and only WattsHomieQuan. Quan. Clap it up. Woo! Clap it up, motherfuckers. I ain't coming out, let y'all clap. Clap it up, clap it up in this moment. We need some energy. WattsHomieQuan coming live to the stage, and we about to chop that good game. Let's get it, man.
So
My guy, what's the deal, man?
Yeah, I'm cooling.
It's a pleasure to have you on. It's been a long time coming. You are an up-and-coming young legend. Yeah. And we got to say happy birthday again and happy Father's Day to you, WattsHomieQuan.
Thank you.
Now, we got to talk about Storm Debarge. Watching y'all on the stage on Juneteenth was almost like looking at 106 in Park again. That natural chemistry, the way that y'all feed off each other. Both of y'all was up there dancing and rocking. How did it feel to be at Leimert Park on Juneteenth, putting together your show and doing what you do?
Yeah, it was cool, but it was a little nervous, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like seeing that many black people there, it was like over like 50,000 people.
Man, it was stacked.
In one spot, and it was no BS. It was. I was nervous. I'm like, all right, when these niggas gonna start tripping? Yeah. But it was so fun, man. Me and Storm, we go way back. Like I've been knowing her since she was like 13. Yeah. So like, it was cool, bro. Like just being able to crack jokes with a motherfucker who like really know you. It takes away those nervous jitters because you're not worried about it because it's like it just feels like it's just y'all two. So that shit was cool, man. And I had some good ass food there too.
I'm already know it was a whole lot of food up there, man. And I understand how you felt. It was all them people there. It was definitely a little nerves involved. Yeah. But ultimately, I can say that it's something I'm proud of. I'm proud of. And they said that it like pretty much grew a whole lot this year. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of people there to see you, bro. There was a lot of people there to see you. It was a pleasure to actually see you up there doing your thing and getting down, man. It was something else. Now, we got to talk about House Party, which is your first big film feature. Yeah. Shout out to Calmatic. You know what I'm saying? One of the things you said on this caption was, this goes to show you what hard working will do for you. God said your talents will make room for you. I can't even lie, God. This room is huge. Now, were you able to live in the moment of this? Because a lot of us, we so what's next? We don't really indulge in the moment and actually, feel what's going on.
I kind of did and I didn't. In a sense, I was so happy that I was in the film. But as I was in the film, I was going through so much in my life with just family, friends, all this other stuff, and then trying to figure out what's next. But I did get a chance to really enjoy myself. Like at the premiere, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I cried. Because it's like, I've been doing this for so long, bro, and a lot of people counted me out. A lot of people treated me weird, did weird shit to me, but all that still brought me to that point. So I just enjoyed the fact that like, bro, my hard work really did this, because, bro, God is I ain't had no manager, so God is my manager. You feel me? God is my agent. God is the person looking over me. So with me doing the work and him opening doors for me, I'm like, man, this is crazy, because a lot of people, certain things you can't get a part of unless you have some representation or somebody to speak for you. That's a fact. And it was just God and my hard work. So, man, bro, like.
Shout out to God.
Come
on, clap it up. Shout out to God, y'all. Clap it up. Shout out to God, man. Like what Dre say, shout out to God for working much harder than the devil.
Come
You know what I'm
on.
saying? You always, one thing I really admire about you was how quick you are to thank God. You say you aren't the most Christian person, but you're going to always make sure you give God his thanks and pray. So shout out to that. Now, your first big skit will come with Big Boy, and this was at the taco place over there by Six Flags Magic Mountain. One of the situations where you said you asked for that money. Now, here's the thing. Did you ever imagine yourself being able to get that close to Big Boy before that actually happened?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Because Big Boy is one of those figures, like, because it was way before, like, social media. Like, just hearing Big Boy, and then you got to see him in, like, movie cameos and stuff like that. You never think that you would be able to be around somebody like that, man. And I want to give a shout-out to J.Brock for inviting me to one of the TDE Christmas things that they do every year for, you know, the kids in Watts. And I got to meet him that one time, and then when I met him, and Big Boy will tell you, I swear to God, he'll tell you himself. So I met him at there, but we went to Hawkins. I went to get some food, and I was waiting for my food, and he was talking to everybody outside, and he was like, "What's your name and what you do?" I said, "My name is WattsHomieQuan," and he was like, "You said, man, what?" I was like, WattsHomieQuan. He said, "Nigga, you been talking to me for 15 minutes. You didn't tell me who you was." He said, "I'm a fan of your work. I watch all your skits."
Yeah.
And me, more so, I don't walk in a room like that, because at the end of the day, it's like, and I ain't gonna say it like that, because it's people can say wherever they from, they like that, but me just being a nigga from the east side, bro, like, I live in a sense of just realness and not being like that. I don't gotta be the one in the scene, hey, I don't gotta do that. So, like, I'm not finna walk in there like that. If you ask me, I'll tell you. So that's how it was. It was just more so like, you know what I'm saying, my name Quan, bro. And people fuck with you off of that. And
were you starstruck?
I wasn't really starstruck. I was nervous a little bit, because it's like, you never know. You don't want to, like, be in people's face too much, because they get that shit a lot. So I kind of, like, play the background sometimes. But what I will do is I give a person their flowers if I'm in front of them. So it was that, and he fucked with me. So then I went to the taco spot, and then he was like, "We should do something." I'm like, "Nigga, let's do it right now." So we improv that. I didn't write nothing. We just improv right there on the spot.
Yeah, and you had to be a quick thinker for that.
Yeah. And that's funny, bro, because that's not even on my page no more.
Yeah.
So you really
come on,
be doing some digging.
Man, come on, man. That's my reputation. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I'm going to do my homework. Yeah. Now, we got to give a huge shout out to your brother, What's Up, Mickey, who instilled confidence in you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, first you had the rap name Twin, then Chris Brown gave you that Breezy Deuce because you was tearing it up, doing the action figures, video. And then here's the thing right here. The confidence. We all have to have that confidence instilled in us. One of the things that I struggled with was confidence and believing in myself. And I struggled with this for so long, it got to a point where I felt that the devil just didn't want me to see what God really had for me. Yeah. Because I was so afraid to really be me. Every time I go to in situations like the stages at Juneteenth, I always see myself on that stage and the crowd feeding off of me. But for so long, I never believed in myself. Right. I said, no, it's impossible. But what I'm working on now is making sure that's possible. Starting at stages like this, the Peppermint Club, we're doing it. So speaking of that, if it wasn't for your big brother, do you feel like you would have ever developed that confidence that you needed to be who you are today?
Nah. Because I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I am confident, but I still struggle with confidence.
It's an everyday battle. Yeah, for sure.
Everybody ain't fully 100% confident in everything. And if they say they is, they lie. Like, because sometimes you're going to overthink. You are your biggest critic. And then also, with, like you said, it is true. It's like we are under, like, spiritual warfare. So the devil will try to get in your head and make you think, like, oh, you're not this, you're not that, or you're not capable of doing this. So it will hinder you. It will put fear in you. One thing about God is not interfere. That's not how he operates. He wants you to operate in faith. So, I don't think so, because I wasn't strong enough in that moment, in those moments when I was younger, to have that confidence. My brother was the one like, bro, you got this, like, just do it. And me just seeing him be so fearless, like, and everything he wanted to do, bro, like, really did it. And I just said, like, this nigga ugly, but, like, I remember him cracking any bitch he wanted. Excuse my language, I don't really respect no women, but I mean it, like, any hood chick in the hood, like, I see, and I'm like, she bad. He'd go to her and crack her. I'm like, how the fuck you do that? I'm a badass nigga. He used to crack him, and me seeing that, I was like, all right, for sure. Like, I need to listen to what you said because you go out there and you whatever you say you want, bro, you get it. And I seen him, so like, I don't think I would have really had it in that moment. Like over time, God is gonna give you what you need in the times you need it. But like me just thinking out of myself, not understanding that God is in control of everything. I don't think so.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad that you were able to admit that because I feel like ultimately that's a process. That's something that you have to be willing to work on.
Right.
And sometimes you can do it yourself, and sometimes you can't. So we got to give a huge shout out to your bro being a blessing that he's been up in your life. Now, one of the things that's really wonderful coming up in your environment in Watts, most people are afraid to go. My team tell you all day, I am. I'm not trying to go to Watts, especially not knowing nobody. You will not catch me at Hawkins. Not at all. But we got to give a huge shout out to the Shaky Jakes, the Car Wash Mics, the Mama Goddess, even the neighborhood Latinos. You've taken a piece of everybody from your environment, and you have turned this into your content. So to where people may have looked at that as an inconvenience, you turned it into a convenience. How thankful are you that God put you in this place to where you can use it to your advantage?
Ooh, I just got the chills. I'm beyond thankful, bro, because like what I noticed with every comedian or every person that operates from this perspective always do a great job because you're operating from a place of realness. You're taking your situations and your circumstances and you're using it, making fun out of them versus letting them be things that will stop you from achieving it. Like, nigga, I grew up around the crackheads. Like, the niggas was funny. Like, my granny used to literally hire them to fix her car, paint her house, like all that type of shit. So we knew everybody and going to the store. Like, so I took everything I knew and made these characters because it's real life. Because what I realized is that no matter where you from, these same things that I talk about is in everybody's hood. So it's a relatability that will go into being real, speaking from a real place, because people want to be able to identify where you come from. They want to be able to see if I can relate to you. So I always want to operate from that relatable place. So those people are a big part of my life, and I couldn't tell my stories without including them.
Exactly.
Because it's just too funny. It's like this shit you can't make up, bro.
Facts. You got to give a shout out to God for that. Everybody clap it up for God one more time, man. Because there are a lot of situations that take place in our life that we really don't understand. It's been a lot of times. It's been a lot of times I thought some real crazy shit, and I'm thankful to God that I didn't act on that. Just suicidal, all kind of I don't deserve this, and I'm thankful to God that wasn't my destiny. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to that, man. Now we gotta talk. Before we jump into Nick Cannon, y'all gotta understand this about WattsHomieQuan. 2 years before Wildin' Out, his first big break was on Revolt TV, and this was with Big Sean, where he shared some great advice to you. It's okay to be nervous, but to learn to get comfortable. Everybody says it's okay to be nervous.
It's okay to be nervous.
This is something that's very important because doing this, I'm nervous. I felt discouragement, but guess what? We still here.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We still here because we got a mission to fulfill.
Right.
So when he gave you that game, of course, before you was getting ready to rap on stage, and he told you he get nervous yourself, what type of inspiration did that provide for you, knowing that Big Sean is nervous too?
It helped me. I still had a sense of nervousness just because I looked at all those people, but it helped me because the thing about it, like when you see these people on TV and stuff, sometimes you might forget that they're a real person too. So it's like, it was cool. Like I said again, it goes back to relatability. I can relate to being nervous. I can relate to having those jitters and nigga, your stomach and knots.
Facts.
And like it helped, made it easy. I'm like, okay, so if he go through it too, like I know I'm not no different and I'm not overthinking it, but okay, I got it now, let's go for it. So that shit made me feel good. I'm like, all right, this he big, bro. Like Big Shot, he's still big, but I mean at that time,
prime.
Like going crazy with the mixtapes and all, like him back and forth hits with Chris Brown and stuff. So it was like, all right, cool. I can take that from one person at this stature right here, you know?
Man, shout out to that. And I got to give a huge shout out to like Nipsey Hussle, who was like one of the first artists that I feel was super transparent. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I admit I don't know everything. You know, that transparency is key, and that transparency is what helps people, get stuck to you and want to support you. You feel me? Like, we live in a day and time where everybody wants to seem perfect.
Right.
I'm not affected by nothing. Nothing y'all can say can ever affect me. But like you said, it's an everyday battle.
Right.
And I'm okay with admitting that I go through shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what just makes me human. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give a huge shout out to the one and only DJ Head. He gave you that call. Moms was in the room. You know what I'm saying? He said that you had an elevator pitch ready to go on the phone with Nick Cannon. And this moment right here made you stop questioning yourself so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many of us question ourselves still? It's an everyday thing. Do you still go through that though? Even though you know what I'm saying, we're gonna jump more into it, but even though you went through that, do you still go through questioning yourself